On this episode of Setter Tales, we go hunting with 3 NFL players and the Aiming for a Cure Foundation to show Austin, a 15-year-old boy who beat cancer, a good time in the field. I'm Wade Kisner, and I grew up hunting upland birds. Nothing's better than chasing a couple English setters called Sweet Lou and Adeline. Lou is a master hunter, and Adeline is quickly learning the trade. These are some of our tales.
Sweet Point Setter Tales is brought to you with support from our sponsors.
Not only do I enjoy pheasant hunting over gun dogs, but I also really enjoy seeing other people get a chance to do the same thing. I started guiding at a preserve, and seeing people experience gun dogs in the field and giving them a chance to enjoy what I've enjoyed all these years was just really special. For the past 8 years, we've gone and helped guide an event called the Aiming for a Cure Foundation Celebrity Hunt. The Aiming for a Cure Foundation was created by Steve and Jody Rees after they lost their son Ben to cancer in 2005. Every March, celebrities and professional athletes take to the field with special guests in an event that helps raise awareness and money for cancer research. Part of what was going to make this hunt really special was the fact that we had a cancer survivor named Austin Blythe joining us in the field.
I've hunted, I don't even know how many times, but this was my first pheasant hunt.
Austin has since been in remission, and this event provided a perfect opportunity to show him a great time in the field alongside NFL athletes Brandon Scherff of the Washington Redskins, Matt Tobin of the Seattle Seahawks, and Austin Blythe of the Indianapolis Colts.
First time I got invited was 3 years ago. Matt Tobin, actually, he told me all about it, and he said, you won't regret it if you come here.
It's a good cause. First off, anytime you can go pheasant hunting and raise money at the same time, I'm all in.
I just love Iowa. I love this right here, this what we can see right here, and being able to experience it hunting is a lot of fun.
In addition, Lou and Addie's pup, Asa, joined us out in the field with his owner, Todd Edelman, and his son, Nate.
I got my dog, Asa, 7 months ago, I believe, and it's just been a real treat to watch him grow up and get bigger, and just how good of a hunter he's actually become.
Shake. You don't want to shake? Too many cameras.
As usual, we got up early and drove down to Highland Hideaway Hunting in Riverside, Iowa. The group was ready to go, and the dogs were no exception.
Yeah, she's I tell you what, she's got octane, man. She's just, oh my, you talk about cover ground.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yep. All right, we'll head down this road this way so we get into that more open area.
We headed out over the hill and cut the dogs loose.
The dogs did it for us. They kind of were the hunters.
You get to a point where shooting the bird isn't all that important. It's watching the dog do his job, and you get a lot of joy out of something like that. So,
About 100 yards into the tall grass cover, we pushed up next to a creek that ran along the tree line. Lou immediately went on point.
That bird. You should get that. Where is it? Lou, here. Come on, let's go.
Wasn't long before we found more birds along the tree line.
Quite a little pocket of birds there.
yeah.
Rooster!
That's a miss.
Taking a shot through the trees can be challenging because the cover's thick and it's hard to see the bird. That's the excuse that I use. Beautiful. We moved Austin to the front while the dog held the point. As guides, we try to give everyone a chance to shoot a bird. A moment later,
There he goes, shoot him!
Bingo. Nice shot, Austin. With all the success we were having along the tree line, we decided just to stay with it. That was one tough rooster.
That's what a long shot does for you.
As a guide, most of the dog handling is controlled and precise, but sometimes you just get lucky.
Yep.
Oh, it's...
It still counts. As Lou was retrieving one bird, another one was right next to us.
Down on the bottom. Go get it. Get Barry in there. Go get it, Asa.
I'm gonna try to push him out the other way.
Yeah, it's still in here. Right there.
I didn't realize how close we were to the rooster.
It's between the two dogs.
Right there?
Yeah, it's got to be in the thicket.
Yep, it's in that those limbs across the creek.
Okay. Right, literally in this thicket here. Wait.
As a guide, I went into the ditch, tried to kick around on this brush pile to see if we could get the rooster to come out. Bird wasn't going to come out. We were going to have to go in and make him come out. We had a heck of a time trying to get that bird to flush.
There it is. There it is. Ace's got it. Ace's got it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Rooster. There you got it.
It was great seeing Austin having such a good time.
Just seeing his excitement out there, I think it made my whole weekend.
Perfect. Nice shot.
With football season, I haven't been able to get out much hunting. Just busy during the season and working on that craft. So anytime, like Brandon said, anytime we can get out and do some hunting in the off season here, it's a great time.
I grew up pheasant hunting, yes. One of my best friends was a big upland bird hunter, and he had a German short-haired pointer, and that's where I fell in love with the sport, and I will always love it. So
We got this side to push. We got this food plot up here on top of the hill.
we still have, we can hunt all this right here still?
Yeah, I think so.
We kept pushing on. We were in a nice grassy area of low cover, and I noticed Adeline getting really birdie, and she goes on point. I was pleased to see Asa honoring his mother's point. We barely had time to set up for the shot.
Good shot.
The hunting's going pretty good today. Austin, the cancer survivor, he's had a few good shots. Knocked both birds down that he had an opportunity at. Hoping to get a few more here yet.
He sure had to make a long shot on that bird.
All right, let's just keep moving these terraces, guys.
The guides and the dogs worked really hard all day, but when we got to the end of the field in this fence row, things really picked up.
This is the fun part here. We've been pushing these birds up through this wooded cover here. They're going to have to come out because there's nothing. It stops right up here, so they're going to have to come out the end.
There you go. Shoot him. Another bird. One of you watch one to the left. Nate, you get this one.
Eventually we called it a day, and it was a good one.
I got at least 4 there.
Seeing Austin in the field that day reminds us of the fine work that the Aiming for a Cure Foundation continues to do.
When I see Austin, I just think how much his life has changed with that disease and how much stronger he's probably become.
My favorite part of today wasn't My favorite part of the day wasn't anything. It was just all of it.
Men like Brandon Scherff, Matt Tobin, and Austin Blythe could have been in 1,000 different places, but chose that day to be in the field supporting Aiming for a Cure.
He's gone through so much more than we could ever imagine in our life, and to see how positive he was and how happy he was to be out there that just made our day.
I just think it's amazing that people come together for this purpose, and they just know what they're doing to help the families and try to find a cure for cancer. And that's what Aiming for a Cure is about, you know, helping children and families that are facing difficult times and decisions. I think it's just wonderful.
Thanks to the Aiming for a Cure Foundation for bringing us all together and making some memories in the field.
So rumor is I didn't shoot any birds today, and I missed all the time. But truth is, I killed 2 birds. We just couldn't find them. And next year, it's going to be a whole different story. So Austin and Matt better watch out.
Hi, I'm Wade Kisner with Sweet Point Setter Tales. Do you have an interesting story idea for a future episode? We'd love to hear about it. Drop us a line at sweetpointsetters.com.